is it? Number 60, so no, number 60 of Dean Neal. So he's on the right row. Don't know. Okay, not sure what's happening there, but either way, we do have the green flag at the back then. So race number 15, the LMW Contractors Rookie 600s and 1000s will be underway, and it's a 1000s that will set off first. And we've got one rider on the front row. That is Tommy Jones, who on bike number 15, he heads into Coppice. Leading the way. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Rookie 1000 riders. Mindy Storr-Pierce on bike number 55. He will slot into second place as the 600s now get the orders to look at the lights. Red lights are on and out they go. And it's a good start there for the number 109 of Jake Taylor. And Jake Taylor is going to go into Coppice relatively unchallenged. It looks like Mark Betts, number 21, may have made a good start there as well from the middle of row number 2. But the race leaders in the 1000s then, Keith, already passed you, I suspect.
Oh, they most certainly are. It's the Mindy and Tommy show once again, and kind of come to expect that, particularly this weekend. It's been like that most of the year, but this weekend those two really have dominated proceedings. Here come the 600s then, and I haven't really picked up on the 600 colours there, so not going to stress that too much. I think I recognise Dan Preston's bike there, but that's about the only one as they all disappear out. Not hearing anything on the radio anywhere, so that's all good. Means everybody's keeping it upright. At the moment, that is Tommy Jones leading the way from Mindy Storr-Pierce. I think, Mindy's on the red, white and blue bike, isn't he?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, good. I have got them the right way round, that's all right. So that is Tommy Jones who'll be leading the way there. He looking to pick up all the points he can, of course, and put one over on his rival. What he would dearly like, of course, is for a few more rivals to get between himself and Mindy Storr-Pierce, but unfortunately, nobody's quite able to show the same pace. I forget where Mindy's from, he did tell me as well, one of those foreign type countries, not Poland, maybe Lithuania, I think, I'm not quite sure. I must get that confirmed at some point and try and write it down so I remember these things. 600s then, through the chicane, out they go, and again, I don't know if you can tell us who's doing what to whom out there, mate, or if you recognise anybody particularly.
Looks like that's Jake Taylor in second position as the 1000s make the way across the line. Through goes Tommy Jones, and he's tucked in tightly, certainly got the hammer down. Through goes Mindy Storr-Pierce. There goes the 107 of Bull. That's Ryan Bull in third place. Ahead then of the 771 of Oliver Wright and the 28 of Mark Russell. So just the 5 Rookie 1000s out there in this final race of the weekend for these guys.
Well, I was going to say Ryan Bull, of course. Again, he's another one who's joined us quite recently. He only scored points at Donington before here, and this would be his first podium if he can hang on to it here. So good news for him, at least.
600s are across the line. It's Dean Neal who leads the way from the 109 of Jake Taylor. 21, Mark Betts is in third position ahead of Matt Benton, Dan Preston and Joe Denny, and they have an advantage of 3.9 seconds over the 4.67 of Taylor Garner, and then the 333 of Alistair Dixon rounds out the field. So we do have 13 out there on the circuit, 5,000s and 8 600s. But that go on, sorry.
I can say Dean Neal's lead the way in fine style. Actually, he's opened up quite a decent gap here already. He's doing a good job.
It was 1.6 across the line, and then the battle for second was really on between Taylor, Betts, Benton, Preston, and
close battle for second, but I think Dean Neal's biggest problem if he keeps this pace up is some of the slower 1000s, which no doubt he's going to catch rapidly indeed. And just watching them come down the hill here. And Dean Neal's still leading quite comfortably there. I think one of the slower 1000s is going to be cannon fodder very shortly indeed. And we're certainly seeing quicker 600s and 1000s this year, I think, overall. But having said that, the 1000s were closer to the lap record yesterday, weren't they? I think we got to within half a second of the lap record yesterday.
That's exactly it, half a second. I think it was a 35 flat, 35 flat for Mindy. And 35.2 for him in the second race. So we got within a half a second as the top two come across the line then. So Jones leads it by 10.4 seconds over Mindy Storr-Pierce. There goes Ryan Bull. Here's a further 5.3 seconds back. Then there's a 3-second gap back to the 771 of Oliver Wright.
Dude, Tommy's just come past me, absolutely flying. I mean, what gap have you got on the line now? No, that's that Mindy. Yeah, it is all right. He's in second. Sorry, I just wondered if we'd lost him actually because the gap is huge. What was it at the line?
10.4.
Okay, it was at the line too. Then that's all right. Because just after 2 laps of racing, I'm like, where's he gone? Basically, because Mindy Storr-Pierce has been able to show Tommy Jones good fight most of the weekend, and all of a sudden he's dropped right back. So maybe he's taking a gamble with the tyres. Yeah, Dean Neal's up to 6th place overall by the look of it, isn't he? That's good news for him.
Yeah, I mean, to put it into perspective, Keith, we've got Tommy Jones in the 52s and Mindy Storr-Pierce in the 159s.
Yeah.
So I can see already Tommy Jones is into the bottom of the... and through the left over to the right now, and still no sight of Mindy Storr-Pierce yet. Tommy is over the mountain and heading towards Hall Bends now. He goes into the right-hander as Mindy Storr-Pierce comes into my sight now, out of the left-hander at the chicane. So that is quite a significant gap.
Yeah, just a lot. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's done a 104. His rival comes across to the 109. So he's lost 5 seconds in the first half. 112 for Bull, 108 for Wright, so he's starting to get going on that ZX10, but he needs to find a bit of time if he wants to clamber up onto the podium. The other man who's going well is Neil there on the 600 at 109 for him, so he's matching the pace of all but the leading 1,000 it seems.
So Tommy Jones is across the line. He's doing a 151.6, and I suspect he'll be in your sight or in any second now as Mindy Storr-Pierce comes across the line now, and the gap is 17.5 seconds. But this could well be a bit of a fight starting to develop for 3rd place, because Wright is through on Bull, but he's bringing along the 107 of Ryan Bull. So he's just set his personal best on that lap. But Wright, of course, he closed down a 3-second deficit there. So hopefully that brings along the 107 of Ryan Bull. And then we've got the first of the 600s, and it's Dean Neal who leads Mark Betts by just over half a second.
Ryan Bull has had to give way to Wright there, so his hopes of taking home a trophy have rapidly disappeared, which is a bit tough on it. But if you're going to go 3 seconds slower than the guy trying to chase after you, it's got to be expected, really. Yeah, you're right. The 600 of Neal could well be closing him down very rapidly, but well, there's 18-second gap between them over the line, so you'd hope he's not going to make that up in the next few laps. However, these 600s do generally go very well around. I think the gap in the terms of lap times, record stakes, is only half a second between the 600s and the 1000s anyway, isn't it? So there's not a lot to choose between them on a good day.
That's it. And well, looking at lap times now, I mean, Jones is in a class of his own at the moment. He's in the 51s and he's gone purple in sector number 1. He's gone 4 seconds quicker in that first sector compared to anybody else. And he's out of barn now, and the last lap flag is now being shown. So Tommy Jones is across the line and heading towards Coppice now. Mindy Storr-Pierce is going through Hall Bends. And that was close there as Wright goes up the inside of Bull as they go in towards Hall Bends as well. So 107 of Ryan Bull is being dragged along by the 771 of Oliver Wright. And it's a 149.865 on that lap for Tommy Jones. Mindy Storr-Pierce is across the line now, and he puts in a 156. So still Jones is lapping 7 seconds a lap quicker than Mindy Storr-Pierce. It's 24.1 seconds now, but side by side across the line. This is for the final podium position here, Keith, between Wright and Bull. It was 0.019.
Okay, fair play. I thought Mr. Bull was out of this one, to be fair, the way Wright went past him on the last lap. It looks like we've got a little bit of excitement to finish up the day. They're coming off of Coppice. There's about 3 or 4 bike lengths between them. It is Wright leading Bull now, but Bull looks like he's on a mission now. He's decided he wants that medal a bit more badly than we thought earlier, I think. They disappear up out of my sight, go down the gears for Park Corner as the first of the 600s now makes its way past. That'll be Dean Neal, and tell you what, actually, Dean's not having it all his own way either. That's not the biggest, smallest gap in the world, but it is still a bit of a competition there between Dean Neal and is that Jack Betts? Mark Betts, there we go. Sorry, I want to correct myself there. Yep. So yeah, that could well go to the wire as well if those two guys can get a little bit closer. I think Bull's had to give second best now to Wright. Wright's coming out of the Mansfield corner. Oh, a bit of chatter on the radio though, and actually Bull's on his own now. So that could Well, be hold on a moment. Let me listen to the radio there, Brad.
So across the line and taking the checkered flag, it is the number 15 machine of Tommy Jones, and he sets the fastest lap of the race on that final lap of 1 minute 49.113. Waiting now for Pierce. He's through Hall Bends, he's through the hairpin, and is heading on towards Barn Corner any moment now. So we're looking up there, and he'll be emerging from behind the trees. And the 55 of Mindy Store Pierce then. He's taken one victory so far, but more importantly 3 second places. So a good consistent weekend there for Mindy Store Pierce on that number 55 Honda. 8 seconds adrift from Tommy Jones, but still 20 points is 20 points, and he will take that with open arms. 107 of Ryan Bull. He takes the final podium position as the 771 of Oliver Wright. Doesn't seem to be coming across the line here.
Oliver unfortunately has decided to do a spot of gardening up there at the gooseneck. He certainly managed to plough a bit of a furrow through Mr. Palmer's grass there, so he's just waiting for permission to pick the bike up. He might have to go home in the van of shame. If he's lucky, he might be able to pick it up and bump start down the hill there. We'll wait and see. Just waiting for the race to come under control there. But Ollie's up and perfectly okay. But he missed it out the corner of the window. I was too busy looking at the leaders going up out of the chicane, and didn't notice Mr. Wright disappearing to stage right there.
What a shame, unfortunately.